Shalom, I'm Dobra, and this is Parshas Tzav, and also Shabbos HAGADOL. So much is happening. So I'm just going to share what happened on Shabbos HAGADOL. It was really a miraculous, amazing time. So as you know, there were 10 plagues that Moshe Rabbeinu and Aaron, depending on the time, told Paro in Egypt. And each one he disregarded, and sometimes he would say yeah and then go back on his word. So the final plague happens in this Parsha. And this is when Paro is told that Hashem is going to take every firstborn in his kingdom unless he lets the Yidden go. So I think I mentioned last year when it says firstborns, it meant firstborns of the maids. And if the firstborn had left Mitzrayim, had left Egypt, then it would be the next one in line. So it affected every single family. And so what happened was there was a rebellion against Paro. His Egyptian firstborns and others rebelled against him, and it created a civil war. They didn't want to die. They just said, let them go already. So in Hasidus, it talks about how this energy, it's like a shell that can't be broken. It's called klipa. Klipa is like a shell. And these two klipas that could not be broken, these two energies fought against each other. So they didn't only fight against each other, but the firstborn sons transformed themselves, and they transformed the energy into Kedusha. And that's what's incredible. The firstborn in Mitzrayim are fighting for Hashem, fighting for Kedusha. Perhaps the motive wasn't right, but we know it's action that counts. So that's a very amazing thing happening this Shabbos, the Shabbos before Pesach, on Shabbos HAGADOL, the big Shabbos. So the other thing I just wanted to speak about real quick. So in this Parshas Tzav, it talks about korbanos. And what are korbanos? Korbanos are offerings to Hashem that he wanted from the Yidden. And some of these offerings, a lot of them, included animal sacrifice. And this is something that was like not on the radar of people, and especially nowadays, it's not on our radar. So to learn about animal sacrifices that Hashem wanted, it says that he enjoyed the smell. He got pleasure from the smell of the sacrifices. And korban means to bring close. So this was the Yidden's way of doing tshuva and coming close to Hashem, which he really wanted. He wanted a relationship with us. So there's so many details and halachas of who it went to. It went to the Kohanim, the Levim to eat, but everything was so specific. And so it says that an eternal flame was always burning on the Mizbeach. And the Mizbeach was where the korbanos were brought. And when we apply it to today, what does this represent? The eternal flame that was always burning. This eternal flame is our passion. It's the potential for this fiery, fiery love that we can have for Hashem. Yes, it takes work, and yes, it takes developing. But the potential, Hashem gave the potential, and he wanted it with us. And so that is happening right now in the cosmos. And I wanted to say one other thing. about the Mizbeach that was incredible, which I can't seem to remember. So keep your passion directed in the right direction to show passionate love to your family, to your friends, to your spouses, to whoever's close with you. And through that, Hashem gets so much nachas. Yeah, send it to him too in your relationship. But just know when we're doing it with others in our families, especially now when there's a lot of pressure to get things together for Pesach, just know all this love is going to go up to the Eibishter. Kasher and Freilich and Pesach and a good sweet Shabbos HAGADOL.